like I say, your setup-wise was good. Top of the backswing, very good. You look at these images and go, oh, because that's gone further, it looks less laid off, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, just because if we go back to kind of where your hands are there, so that club now looks, oh, that's way laid off. No, just the club's just carried on further, kind of around the circle. If you kept swinging that club longer and longer and longer, the club would be around there. That's all. So don't always look necessarily at positions and go, oh, is that laid off? That's not straight, because you're taking a snapshot of a position that may not be a full swing or the finished position. It could be just sort of a halfway through the swing or whatever, and then you sort of start trying to change things that don't need to be changed. Okay, that position for me is very, very good. Okay, but what we've got to try and do now, what you were doing in the past, is trying to spin your hips as you came through, and the club gets to about here, and you can see that club now quite a bit behind you. Okay, the club is sort of back behind your legs. This one here now, where you let the arms sort of just fall down, and the club kind of almost feels like it's going over the top in some ways. When we get the same sort of position, look at the club there. That club now is direct, and that club is pretty much the same position, pretty much level with your hands. That now is on line, and he's stuck behind you. So that's your most or more efficient position. Your lower half's not working more. You're letting your arms drop. Now your hips are moving. Hips are definitely twisting, aren't they? Definitely hip twist there. Nice. You look a lot more free of space and room there. Nice full swish the club through. Whereas this one now, there's that sort of drop, and I've got to try and get my own way and try and save it with the hands. And again, a perception you felt your hands had to do this rolling, they don't. Because a lot of times we see images that are 100,000 miles a second, and we try and get into that position or this position or that position, and we can't do it. And in some ways, half the time, you don't want to do it. Okay, so if the feeling for you, okay, your hips, I promise you will move. Okay, from the top of the backswing there, just feel the arms and the club kind of dropping, and this club almost going back in front, because the weight on the end of the golf club, as you said, this big weight here, you want it to go back this way behind you. So if you start pulling the end of the handle towards the golf ball and you're moving your hips start going round here, the club just falls back behind you. And then you get in a position when we call it sort of, you're not stuck, you're just coming from the wrong direction, so the club's behind you and trapped. Look like that's barely in view, to be fair, is it?
That's true.
Really far behind.
It looks a lot better,
if we can get that club from there, look at that club, that is just chalk and cheese. And that's why that went 87 yards or whatever, and that was going like 65, 70. Now it may not be going exactly that far, but that's gone further than that. Of course, that's what I say. You could be in the golf ball 110 and 80 potentially. I don't know. It's a little bit not exactly. But I say that's gone further than that one. This one on the right hand side, that position there has increased the distance by 10, 15 yards, whereas that behind there, you were losing it. Different. So more hips, that's an awful more distance.
I probably got. My hips were. When I look back to when I started, that was one of the faults I think they used to say to me. Your hips are there.
Yeah, the hips are going to move, okay? Because if you look at impact there now, as you come into the golf ball, I would definitely say that's a great strike. Again, much better contact. Your shoulders are nice and square. Your hips are definitely good. The fact we can see your back of your left leg, your hips have rotated. Okay? They're not staying static. They are moving, and as you go through, you can see a good feel swish the club through. Okay? So feel the arms drop. Don't try and get so bogged down with the hips. Spin. Because what you end up doing is you put more stress on that right shoulder. Because the club gets stuck here, so it's like, I'm trying to pull this heavy weight, and the arms are putting on more stress. The hips are going, we're great. But the arms are like, hang on, give us a chance. Okay?
So I go
less
now and
hips,
this,
more arms, okay?
My second lesson.
Yeah, we'll get out on the